What is going on, everybody? floopydonkey here, and I've got some updated all-pro and all Madden sliders for everybody. Now, EA did just release a new update that changed quite a bit to really blocking in Madden, and there were some other good updates as well. I'll leave a link down below for the patch notes so that you can check those out yourself. And there was a lot of updates. So because of that, I'm sure some of these sliders that I tested all the way up until yesterday, they might need a little bit of fine tuning. So make sure that if you haven't already joined the Discord that you do that, because every time that I change stuff as far as sliders go, I do update the Discord. So you want to stay up to date on those. I just don't make videos for every single minute change that I do to my sliders. But first, we're going to talk about my all pro sliders. The biggest difference between my all Madden and all pro sliders is obviously the difficulty, but they play very much the same. If you were having a tough time on all Madden on the sliders that I had, then probably all pro is where you need to be. So accuracy is at 40, pass blocking is at 22. I feel like passing maybe be a little too easy on all pro. So to do that and kind of offset it, I've decreased wide receiver catching. So your wide receivers will drop the ball from time to time whenever there's contact, when they go up to catch the ball, maybe they catch it and get hit. And then I also decrease pass blocking so that you have to get rid of the ball quicker. The rush is going to get to you in about 3 to 4 seconds. And if you don't move around the pocket to create more time, you are going to get sacked. Run blocking is all the way down to 0. I think running is so easy in Madden. Now, I do err on the side of me being a better runner of the ball than a passer. And if you watched any of my Bears franchise videos, you know that to be true. I suck at passing, but I'm really good at running. So I kind of err on the side of, me being good. So if you think it's a little too tough, you can increase it. But I feel like over the course of a game, you will run better. So don't play like the first quarter or 2 quarters and be like, I can't get anywhere. Play an entire game and see if it gets easier. Fumbles are kept at 50. Pass defensive reaction time is at 40. I turned down interceptions down all the way to 0 and pass coverage down to 18. Tackling is at 36. So you are going to notice that the CPU will break some of your tackles, and that's more to kind of make it feel like you aren't successful with every tackle, every hit stick, all that good stuff. Now, CPU accuracy, we bumped it up to 58 to kind of prevent the quarterback from just sitting in the pocket, not throwing the ball, but also delivering strikes when there is an open receiver, because we did turn down pass coverage to 18. If somebody gets open, he's going to hit that receiver 9 times out of 10. And there's really not too much we can do to fix quarterback logic in Madden, especially from the CPU side of things. So you're just going to have to take it for what it is. Sometimes you're going to have the computer complete 80% of their passes. It is what it is. There's not too much we can do about it. And I'd rather my quarterback that I'm playing against be over accurate than under accurate, where they just sit in the pocket and constantly get sacked. Pass blocking is at 44. Wide receiver is dropped to 46. That also help with, sometimes they might throw the pass and it'll drop, helps out with the completion percentage. Run blocking is at 100 for the CPU. Again, I feel like running is it's not hard enough for the user as they're playing defense. I think the CPU just doesn't run very well, and we've done that to increase that. Fumbles at 55 to help out with a little bit more fumbles. Pass defense reaction time is at 5, interceptions 0. Pass coverage is at 100. And you might think that's way too much, especially with all the issues that are in Madden, and on All Pro, 100 is actually, I wish I could crank it up even more. Tackling is also at 100. If you have a running back or a receiver that has very good juke skills, like a Christian McCaffrey, like a Saquon, like a Deebo Samuel, or whoever that's good in space, they're going to be able to get away from the defender, even with tackling at 100. So don't worry about that. Field goal power is at 51. Field goal accuracy is at 48. Punt power is at 55. Punt accuracy is at 68. Kickoff is at 51. Now, my injuries, fatigue, and minimum player speed threshold are all the same from my previous videos, so 27, 82, and 50. And the same thing with my penalties. I really like where they are. I like there to be penalties in the game. I like there to be false starts, all that good stuff. If you really don't like it, you can just bump down to 50, and penalties will never happen. And just to give you an idea of when I finally started to tune in these sliders and what kind of games you can expect. So if we start at the top, the Buccaneers, Panthers, 25-21. Very close game. Falcons, Panthers, 28-20. Really close game. Bengals, 17-30. I mean, the Panthers probably should lose to the Bengals. The Falcons, 27-16. Close game. Ravens, 21-17. Close game. Broncos, 20-13. Close game. And then the Seahawks, which is probably one of the worst teams in Madden, 45-17. Kind of an aberration. But you're going to get tight games. If you make mistakes, there will be interceptions made. You will have fumbles. The games will be pretty tight for the most part, and you'll have fun. Now, if you think that All Pro is not as difficult, let's talk about my all Madden sliders. So here are my all Madden sliders. This is in my Bears franchise playthrough. So if you want any type of evidence on how the gameplay is, just look at my last few Bears videos. You'll see how the games are tight. They're not easy, and I win about 50% of my games. So it's very difficult with a poor team. I'm barely able to win half the games that I play. So quarterback accuracy is 50, pass blocking 59, wide receivers at 50, run blocking 48, fumbles is at 55, pass defense reaction time is 63. This is all for the user, by the way. Interceptions down to 0, pass coverage 69, tackling is 78. For the CPU, quarterback accuracy is at a 25, pass blocking 40, wide receiver catching 38, run blocking 33, fumbles 61, pass defense reaction times at a 5, interceptions down to a 0, pass coverage 44, and tackling is at 50. Special team stuff is pretty much the same as it was in my Panthers playthrough, but there's a few minute differences. Injuries should be exactly the same. I did decrease the fatigue just a little bit, and then penalties is all exactly the same. If you need a good auto sub slider set, if you need a good XP slider set, make sure to check the description down below. I have all those set. I hope that helps you out. Remember that I will be constantly tuning these because I'm sure with all the new patch updates that Madden has put out, some of these sliders will need to change, and I will make sure to change those for you. Just hop in the Discord and be on the lookout for any new updates that I make for these sliders. If I helped you out in any way, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so that you never miss any of my videos. I will catch everybody later. Peace out.